Welcome, I'm TC Tyler, and today we are doing a stream of the first episode of the 450 career series on my channel. Yeah, that's pretty much it right now. Alright, so we're gonna start off with race options. We're gonna make this a longer race, kind of like, actually we're not, we're gonna keep it on what it is now for a challenge. For an actual challenge, we're going to choose one of these guys. We are going to go against our fellow Yamaha and Alex Ray, and we can see if we can bring the rivalry down a little bit. I hope you guys enjoyed the last video that I posted. It was of MLB The Show 19, and like I said, some more content of that would be coming out soon. So I'm gonna try to stream it or make a video of it tomorrow. I'll either do Road to the Show, or start a franchise, or I can do Diamond Dynasty gameplay of that. So if you have a preference, then you can leave it in the comments, and then that's probably what I'll end up doing. Alright, so we have Alex Ray's lap time of 33.445. Let's see if we can get it done. I really like the sound of this bike. We're gonna try to get the biggest run we can out of the corner. I don't even know if we needed all that run. We could have just taken the short line. I can't clear that triple. I don't know how I'm supposed to get that. So we easily beat that. Let's go. Oh, that was a pretty sick whip, to be honest. Alright, so now he's not our rival. Like, not a bad one, at least. So I think the main rivals that I'm gonna have to go against in this 450, like the ones that are gonna be causing the most problems for me, it's most likely Eli Tomac. He's like most likely a 4th or 5th place rider in this game. I don't know why. I mean, I guess he's kind of playing like, or racing like that this season. And sadly, there's no Ken Roxon, but Anderson's up there. And then trying to think, I'm blinking. Blake Baggett sometimes is up there. Marvin Musquin's kind of like 5th place too. And then Chad Reed is sometimes up there as well, along with Justin Brayton. When I scheduled this, I was just trying to get some fame up so I could get some better sponsors. That was, I don't know who I was with there, but alright, so now I think that should be all of it for the training. Alright, so we're at Anaheim, with VP Racing Fuels as our sponsor. Race sessions are the real thing, so just in case we miss the main from the heat race, then we can we'll have a chance to redeem ourselves in LCQ. I don't think I've ever had to go to LCQ, and I feel like if I did, I'd be kind of afraid because it's just way more stressful to perform well in it. And of course, if you miss the LCQ, obviously you just failed the whole thing. I think heat number 2 is usually the one that's mostly like packed full of the people who finish up here, like who are up in the front, like they're real contenders. I think Blake Baggett's from California. I don't know why. Oh, why does it have to rain? These races always suck when it's raining because you can't get a good line down. Oh yeah, I forgot Barsha was a Yamaha. He's a Yamaha guy like I am. Alright, so we're gonna try to get the biggest run we can. Of course we didn't. So I think that's the best way to do it in the mud. Because I actually just made a practice race here at Anaheim, and that was also in the mud. So I guess that's a good thing. However, I really didn't want it in the mud, because these kind of races suck. And you usually end up casing some jumps. So, I mean, I don't really know what to think of that. I did see that they added the tear-offs feature into this game, which was a good thing in my opinion. It just added some realism. Oh, this is like this section wasn't difficult when I did the race earlier. However, it was difficult last time I was here on a 250. So hopefully it doesn't create any troubles in their race. Okay, so that put us into 4th. And we'll take a lap in goggle mode here, just to kind of see what this is like. Ow, it's not too great. The mud's not really the best thing to ride in, so. I know that if I ride like really clean here, I'm able to pick up like a 15-second gap, and then I almost led by a few seconds, so I'm probably gonna end up doing a 20-second gap. The heat may affect that a little bit, but I definitely can't do it in first person, so that's something we aren't gonna do. First person is always so confusing, to me at least. Because for this it feels like you overturn sometimes in the corners, or it used to at least. So like now, I feel like I'm gonna overturn it. And then sometimes I do. However, sometimes I don't. And it's just really confusing. Kind of saved myself there. That was cool. Alright, now we're gonna go in my normal view. Hopefully it's not raining during the race, because that'd just make it a little bit worse. Oh, I just butchered the whole line there. I feel like that'd probably be the best way to take that corner instead of sweeping it wide, because I think it's flat. So the best way to take that would just be to cut it short, because I won't be able to get any more speed off of it, since it's not a bank. Oh. I was gonna pull a slide jump on Malcolm's tooth there, Stewart, but I got loose. I think it's Malcolm. Yeah, it is. Sorry, Malcolm. I don't know if it's best to double triple that, or just a double and be consistent. And not have to take a jump into the corner. I'm really not sure, but... Let's see if I can get any time. I got a little bit of time and got up to 4th place. Alright, so I'm going to end the session there, and we'll get on to the first heat. Okay, so we finished 6th behind Brayton, I believe. Alright, so now we will be on to heat number 1 or 2, not really sure. Heat number 1 is what we're going to be in, so it should be a little bit easier competition. I'm not saying all the 450s are easy, but I think it'll be a little bit easier compared to number 2. And hopefully we do good, and if not, amazing. Hopefully it's the top 9. Alright, so that's kind of my goal. Because Anaheim 1 isn't really one of my strong suits. I feel like I'm getting better at it, but I think my strong suits are definitely Salt Lake City, and I don't know if Glendale is, but it's definitely Salt Lake. Alright, we'll get a good lane to get a, just to get a run on. We'll be here, so we can check up a little bit and get the inside without having to wait too much. Here come the big bikes. Marvin blocked my friggin' lane. Alright, so we ended up in first, battling with Cooper Webb, and we endoed. Alright, we're gonna slow down, get some momentum. We're competing with Alex Ray and Cooper Webb for the lead. And these aren't really the strong guys here, though. I think Brock Tickle's probably the best rider here, besides Dean Wilson, but they're about equal. We're battling with Dean Wilson here for the lead. Hopefully I'm just able to pull away. Oh, sorry, we're just not talking. I'm being really concentrated right now. But we have a decent lead on Brock Tickle. I think it's like 5 seconds. I didn't know I was good here like that. Right now we see a couple of familiar faces out of the top 9. I think I saw Blake Baggett and Marvin Muscan at 10 and 11. And we go down. Yeah, like I said, I saw a couple of people like Blake Baggett and Marvin Muscan. They were on the cusp of getting in. And then we see people like Scott Champion, who are not really known for being the peak of competition in the 450 class. They're up here. I think one thing I wish they had were like updated track packs instead of just like, because they're always a year behind, but or maybe like having like the rookie riders or something out, but that I don't know, it kind of just takes away from the next game. Getting a really good triple there with the tear off. And a big whip over the top. That's probably the most successful whip I've had on this track. Yeah, like I said, Baggett is being held off for the main event by, I think, as Alex Ray. And then I think Muscan was right behind Baggett. I forgot. Sometimes I just like hold the throttle all out. And sometimes it's annoying, but I try to have it not be annoying. Alright, so this is the final lap with Dean Wilson, Cooper Webb, Brock Tickle, and then Blake Baggett, who made a surge to the front following me getting the Heat 1 victory. So there's a really good race from us. Even though we crashed twice, we still have a 13-second lead. So we're either going to give them 20 or 25 seconds here. I'm not too sure. Maybe we can give them 23. But, I'm hoping that's not a mistake, and then we can actually drive through this pack without too much of a problem. This main event will be 10 minutes, so probably about 12, or not 12, but like probably like 11 laps maybe. 11 or 10, because it's going to be kind of difficult. We're going to have slower lap times. Some of the jumps will be harder to hit, kind of like the double and double triple. That one was difficult to hit because if you underjump it, it's easy to endo there. So that's probably going to be my most difficult section, but hopefully we get that good.
Hi everybody, welcome to the start of a brand new season of Monster Energy AMA Supercross, an FIM World Championship. The 450 class riders are ready for the first laps of the new year. He is one of the top riders in Monster Energy Supercross.
Wow, thank you for giving me such a nice compliment saying I'm one of the top riders. Oh, that's so nice. Alright, we'll take this lane. We'll give them 23 seconds. As soon as that timer in the top right hits 23, we are going to try to chase them down. Okay, so people we see in the back are Justin Brayton, Benny Blows, Kyle Cunningham, Cooper Webb, Scott Champion, and then I think it was Blake Kipple. Alex Ray got the whole shot with Blake Baggett behind him. Our time's almost up, and we're going to come chasing down. We're about a full 2 sections behind, so hopefully we can catch up. I'm probably going to be pretty concentrated here. My goal is for a top 10. That's just what I'm aiming for here. We're already caught up to the back of the pack here. Oh god. I feel like I'm gonna land on somebody if when that happens. Oh my goodness! I don't think I've had that happen in Whoops before. Alright, right now we're in 19th. I'm not really comfortable here and I don't want to be here, but we're just gonna have to try to make our push to the front. Make that charge. Benny Blows back here. Dean Wilson back here. I wonder if he's gonna push up to the front with me while like when we get past him, hopefully. Cooper Webb's back here, even though they were doing really good in the hit the toe, or hit, what is that, a pole or tough block, or, but already we're in 11th, so we've just been making some charges, or making the charge to the front, and since we haven't crashed, We're just doing a really good job here. Anderson and Tomac are in the front, and I think those are the exact people that I said would be our maiden threats for this series. Baggett's in third after making a charge from 9th to 5th in the heat. So that is good for him. Cole Seeley's up here right in front of us, so is Justin Brayton. Hopefully we can make a charge on them. Trying to get a little bit of a slide going. We have a big gap on 11th and 12th, who are Joshua Grant and Alex Ray. And I don't know what that was. Now we have no gap on Joshua Grant and Alex Ray. And Malcolm Stewart now. So. Okay, we pass Grant and Malcolm Stewart back. And now Dean Wilson's in the mix. And then once we get our rhythm back, we should be able to hit this triple. Well, Alex Ray is taking the same approach as we are to that corner. We're losing ground on Anderson and Tomac and Freezy, who's up there now. But we are trying to gain back some of the spots that we lost. I feel like these whoops got harder to kind of like jump over as like this race has gone on. Who's that up here? Is that Brayton? Brayton's a pretty easy pass. Baggett's fallen back to 7th, and Seeley's kept his spot at 8th, and that's who we're going for next. Brayton's knocking on our door right there, just trying to get past us. And he does. And now I'm afraid Dean Wilson's gonna make a move on us as well. Alright, now Brock Tickle's up here. He cased that jump hard. So we're gonna easily get past him, not have to worry about battling him at all. And now we're up to Cole Seeley again and Blake Baggett. Brock Tickle kinda came out of nowhere right there. Anderson's making a big gap, but Tomac is falling back. Alright, we're up behind Baggett here after making a pass on Brock Tickle and Marvin Muskin. Trying to get a double here instead of ending up with a single or a case triple and a single. I'm just holding the throttle down as much as I can. Alright, we're going to pull the slide job on Blake Baggett, trying to get past him, and I think he's going to make a move right here. He is, but not far enough as we just rail that complete outside of that corner. And we've been catching up to Tomac, and now I think Anderson as well. We're able to nail that triple. And we're now battling with Vince Freeze for 4th. We're going to double there, choke up, and then get a double out. Chad Reed's up here in 3rd. Tomac is 4 seconds ahead, and I don't know how far Anderson is. Alright, we have a full 3 minutes left to try to chase these guys down. Hopefully we can and we don't get held back at all. Anderson is 7 seconds behind, and Tomac Or Anderson is 7 seconds ahead, and then Tomac is a little under 3. Oh my goodness, tough blocks on the whoop section. This is probably the worst thing to happen right now. Alright, so now we're in 5th, ahead of Vince Freeze. I'm trying to chase down Baggett for the 2nd time. Oh, that was a weird sand sound. Alright, we should be able to get this triple here. We're gonna lay off the gas on the single limb. And now we're battling with Chad Reed and Baggett for 3rd. Baggett ends up, not overtaking, because he got a really bad drive there. So we passed Baggett back, and now we're trying to chase down Chad Reed for the 2nd time. Why did it have to be raining? It might have been better if it just wasn't raining. Okay, so Tomac has caught back up to Anderson, and I make a mistake. Oh, Chad Reed checked up. So now I passed Anderson, or not Anderson, but Reed, and we're going for Eli Tomac, who's in 2nd. This race might be intense here if we can catch up to them. Okay, so Tomac fell back, and then Anderson did not. Oh no, Anderson is the one who fell back. So Anderson crashed, and Tomac is now in the lead. I see Tomac, he's in the next section, but Anderson is right here. So now I think there's 2 laps to go. So we have a short amount of time to catch up to Tomac, but he made a mistake and now he's right in front of Anderson. And we have about a lap and a half to go. We have a gigantic gap between us and 4th. So I'm pretty sure a podium here is almost guaranteed. And Tomac made a mistake. I did as well. We have a 4-second gap between us and 4th. And now they're catching up to lap traffic here. So that's probably the best case scenario for me and Tomac if we want to catch up to Jason Anderson. Oh, that was a bad sound, but we're right here. And I think that was Anderson who just messed up. And it was. And now I'm in 1st. Oh, let's go. Come on, come on, come on. Just hold on to this. No, that was... What am I doing? Oh my goodness, no. If we ride our hearts off, we may have a chance at Anderson here, but there's no way we're getting up to Tomac. I just had the biggest choke of my life right there. So I just went over my handlebars into the corner. And then the bike flew out of my hands basically. Right there at the end. We may have a chance here at Tomac. Oh, we messed up. Let's go! Oh my goodness. that was the most intense race I've had in a very, very long time. So we got first, Tomac got second, Anderson, Chad Reed got third and fourth, Vince Freezy fifth, Baggett sixth, Tickle seventh, Muscan eighth, Dean Wilson ninth, Cole Seeley 10th, and then Brayton was 12th, and then my other favorite rider, Cooper Webb, ended up getting, I think it was 16th. Anybody else who did not make it, like who's pretty popular in like the main events, was Tyler into camp, I think. He is pretty popular and he ended up making it. So that was a good main event. Definitely wasn't expecting to win, but somehow did after making some mistakes near the end. Good race. And if you enjoyed it, leave a like. And if you have a suggestion for me to do next, leave that down in the comment section below. And I will see you all in the next video.